Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. It's what's today, Saturday. We got about 4 hours before we're having some friends over this evening. My plan for Saturday was to tear this motor apart in the side-by-side, but I ended up getting that done last night. Got the camshaft out of it, and it is junk like I thought, but that'll be for another video. So I want to get another project, see if we can get done today. Something I've been wanting to build is I want to build a cart for the IBC tote to put my firewood on. I'll show you what I want to do here. So my plan is I got this empty space right here underneath my pallet rack. I had an old table saw there. It wasn't old, but I didn't like it. So I sold it. Now I got this nice open spot. Once we get the saline parts out of here and clean this section up here, but I'd like to make a cart that I can put the tote on and slide right underneath of this pallet rack. That way it's out of the way for the winter. That way I can just roll it out to the door and then load it up with the tractor, take it out, bring a new one in, roll it back over, put it back underneath here. The only problem I have with that, so I was going to make one out of wood, just like 2x4 screwed together with some wheels on it, until I did the measuring. This is like 51 3/4 inches tall or something like that. By the time you take a dowel or take the IBC tote, build a 2x4 frame for it, puts 4.5-inch wheels underneath it, it won't fit. So I got some 1-inch square tubing left over from the railings when we built the railings in the shelf. It's been sitting up here on the shelf. So if the math comes out, if I build it right, it's either going to fit by a 1/4 inch or it's not going to fit. At that point, we're going to take everything off pallet rack, raise the rails up the next step, which I don't really want to do because there's a lot of crap up there. So we're just going to build it, see how we do. Here we go. First things first, we're going to need a workbench, something we can weld on. So we'll put up our portable welding table here. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to build a rectangle 48 by 40. That's roughly the outside dimensions of a IBC tote. We'll put a couple cross braces in it, and we're going to recess the wheels up into it a little bit to try to keep it as short as we can. So 1-inch square tubing, probably 1/16 inch wall. It's not thick, but it'll do the job. It's just got to hold the cart from there to there for the winter, and it can do whatever. So we're going to set it up. We're going to make, I'm going to try to make it out of one piece. Cut 45s in it, bend it, tack it, bend it, tack it, bend it, tack it, repeat. All right, so this is what we have, in my mind anyway. 40 by 48 square, 1-inch square tubing. And I cut these two pieces 38 inches long. That way the basket has like this amount of area to sit on, along with that outside frame. And like I said, we are pushing our limit of height. So basically what I want to do, instead of mounting these just on the surface, like I'm going to envision we're building this upside down. How's that sound? I'm going to take these plates that I cut, just out of some scrap 1/8 inch plate over there, and weld them to the top, and then recess the wheels down in there as much as I can anyways. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to make that 1/4 inch or not. So we'll have to put it wide enough so that the wheel can spin. Something like that. It's close. So we need, what's that? Again, we're just winging this. We're not planning it out. So that's 4 1/4. So if we put this 4 1/2, center the wheel, tack it in, everything should spin, and that should give me a finished height. Then a 4 3/4. 4 3/4. The basket is 46. 47, 48, 49, 50 3/4, and that is like not quite 51. So if this fits, it's going to fit by like an 1/8 inch. Because I really don't want to take all the crap off that shelf, raise that shelf up. So, I don't know. Let's just put it together and see what it looks like. It'll work. So this is what I'm envisioning basically. So we're going to put some steel plates on here, recessed, so the wheels will mount down here. Of course, we're looking at upside down. And then we might add a couple, and one more tie bar. Actually, I don't know if I will or not. Across here, but basically put 4 wheels in each corner. And the basket will just kind of sit on top of that and roll around. Hopefully, it'll roll around. Or it's going to fall over. Or it's going to roll around. Alright, so here's our masterpiece, hot off the press. Not really hot, I mean, see that big red welt right there? Can you see it up there? Yeah, right there. It's hot. Don't put it on your arm. Don't rest your forearm on it. It burns. Anyways. Alright, well there we go. One rolly cart. I don't know if it's going to hold 1,200 pounds of firewood, but we're going to find out. Anyways, where'd we end up? What do we got? 50 3/4, just like we figured it was going to be. And we got like 50 7/8 underneath of there. So I guess the only thing left to do is try it. So far, so good. Providing that all IBC totes are the same height, within 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, we got 3/8 of an inch over here and about 1/4 inch over there. Floor slopes just a little bit right there. So works with an empty basket. I guess we gotta try a full one now. Well, I think I'm going to call that a win. That worked really well. I know it's not a full basket, but this is the one that I've been picking out of. And this was in the building next door, and I wanted it out of the way, so throw that one on there. But still, it was completely manageable. One thing I am going to change, I'll tell you right out of the bat, is all 4 wheels steer. And I didn't want that. I wanted 2 stationary and 2 that pivot. But they didn't have any that were stationary, that they didn't have a match set. They either had 4 turning or 4 straight, but not the same wheel. So I am going to say that I'm probably going to flip this over and I'm going to put a couple tack welds on 2 of them to lock the wheels straight, so it's easy to maneuver. I like, you know, it's going all over the place, but other than that, this works really well. So that's going to wrap up my Saturday, I think. Like I said, we got some friends coming over tonight at 6, and I thought I could get this done, and honestly, it took longer to drive to Harbor Freight and buy the wheels and come back to the shop than it did to actually build the stupid thing. And I've been wanting to do this for 3 years now, so it took like an hour and a half. And I wasn't even trying hard. And that was with recording. It'll take me longer to edit this video and make it look like something than it did to actually build this stupid contraption. But oh well. I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad it's done, and now we can move on to another project. So, hey, thanks for watching. See you next time.